everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much to all my new subscribers. It's really great to have you here. I'm now at 1.2 thousand subscribers, which is brilliant. So thanks so much anyway. So today I've come on just to finish off the backgrounds that I made the other day with I did another card now. I'll probably put it in that box. I did 2 cards yesterday off screen, and I did find it. Got all my cards in a big box here. I don't know where the other one is, but I did the one on screen with you for that background, and yesterday I just did these 2 tiles off screen. So what I did to get this kind of colour was I used these. I've got this wax lyrical water based. It's a kind of, well, it's a wax, but you can use it with water as well, and it's fast drying. So I got that, and I just got a bit and went over it, and then I got my gold pen. I don't know if you can see, there's a few wee bits of gold pen that I went over with that one. This one, it was wax, but it was a lime green colour, which is not on the desk. I must have put it away. And then I went round this with the silver gel pen, and then I just cut it down into that shape. I layered it a couple of times with white, then this kind of light sort of pale green mirror card, and then stamped onto each bit. So I thought they were pretty, and yeah, it's just to do with the end detail that can make the card look amazing. So I've still had bits left, so I thought I'll make a couple of cards as well for this one. So what I thought, I'd do a 5x5 base, and then a 4 and I think it's a 4.5 square. I can't remember. I think it is. I could measure it. Let's see. 4.5. Yeah, 4.5 squared for the layer. But I'm also going to use vellum. I've got some vellum here. I'm going to heat emboss onto some vellum even. So I've got a couple of 3 strips that was left, and I've just cut them down. This isn't for this card. I'm going to do the squares for this card. Cut them down, back them with a nice pale green colour there, and they measure, I think, 1 by 5 3/4. And then these squares, which I thought I'd put on there in a certain way, something like this. But I'm going to put the vellum background on it as well. So that's what I'm hoping to do. And I think it was, no, I can't remember, was it Margaret or Liz that said this to me? Anyway, they used their, for bigger stamps, because obviously the other day when I was stamping the One Sheet Wonder with these cards, I was finding it difficult to get a block big enough. But put that there. But then I think it was maybe Liz, but it might be Margaret, I can't remember. But sorry ladies, one of the ladies said that they use their cutting plates from their cutting machine to do bigger stamps on, and I've decided that's what I'll do. So thank you for that tip, it's really helpful. So that's what I've been doing. I did a bit on that side because I was trying something out, so it really did work. So thank you so much for that tip. So I'm just going to use my embossing powder, and it's going to be the white embossing I think I'm going to use. So I've got this opaque bright white from Wow embossing powders. So I need to just use one piece just now. I'm probably going to rip it down. So I thought I'd kind of have a nice delicate background of this. This is from Alison Bomber's her Eclectica Winter Grasses edition, so it's this one here that I'm going to use in the background. So if I get my embossing buddy, so I'm just going to do it all over because I'm not sure where exactly I'm going to be putting it, but this is probably going to be in there. And then I'm going to ink up the stamp with my sticky Versamark ink, like that. And then I'm just going to stamp at a slight angle across there. You can see how much die cutting I've done. So there's that wee piece. I want to just do another one, just very delicately over the back, like that. And I might do another bit just on this side. I was only going to do one, but I'm now doing 3, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Trial and error is it. It's key. That's fine. That looks fine. So the next thing I want to do is pop this in my tray. Pop that over like the way. And then pop this over the top. Like that. And then just give it a little bit of a flick just to get a few extra bits off, and that looks really nice, I think. So we'll just pop this back in. And I'm just going to heat emboss it, and then we can put it together and see what comes of it. So if you want to turn your sound down, feel free. If you don't, it's up to you. So there we go, that's lovely. So let that cool down a bit, but that's really nice. Lovely. I've got some more ideas with vellum and heat embossing. So this is the size of our piece that's kind of underneath. So we probably want to just rip it a bit. So I can rip it here, bottom, like that. And I'm going to rip it a bit at the top as well. So let's see, so we kind of want, let me see what that's going to look like. So, right, that's the one I thought, and then this bit here, don't know if that was the little one there, and this one sort of there, a bit like that, possibly. Yeah, and I'm going to rip the sides as well, so some of this will get ripped away, but that's okay. So let's see, that bit cool. And then we'll rip from here. I'll do is I'm going to pop obviously a bit here, so I want to try and hide the glue. You don't want to see the glue through the vellum because it just doesn't look right. I'm just trying to see that bit would probably just go there. That bit would kind of go there, and that wee one's gonna just go there. What do you think? Do you think that looks okay, folks? So I'm going to just put a little bit of glue up here because that's going to be covered. Just make sure I've got it right. Yes, so it will be up here somewhere. Just a wee bit to attach it. And where else was I putting a bit here? So I put a little bit there as well, and that'll just attach it to the white card below. That. I mean, I could do a little bit on here as well, because there's going to be some, and probably a little bit just here. I think that's not too bad, and that just adheres it, although it's kind of loose at the edge there. So, I'm thinking one there. Now I'm wondering if I'd put them on. Well, let's just put that on with glue first, actually. So, got it everywhere now. And trying to make sure that's kind of the right way, which it is. I was going to put them up on foam pads, but I think I'll just do them flat. So that can just slightly go off there. And then we'll put this one on as well. Right. No, I think it does go that way. There we go. And then we can attach this to here. And then we can just finish off with some details that I, as I say, added to these other ones yesterday. Sometimes it's just nice to have a plate without filming, and then, yeah, I think it's quite good just to do that. Right. So it's just different ways of using a background, really. So what I want to do is just add some of my pieces, so I can come down slightly. Put that glue away just now. Come down slightly so you're a bit nearer seeing what I'm doing. So I would just decide if I'm going to use gold or silver. So I'm going to use gold. Just make sure, yeah, that is working. So what I do is I just pick bits I think would look nice with a bit of an accent on them. I don't necessarily pick all of them, but it's just to kind of outline some of the bits, really, and then I can just even go over some other bits, like colouring the whole bit in. You know, it's just that sort of thing. And then, so I'm going to do this bit to outline this flower slightly more, because when it's cut up you don't always see that, oh, it's a flower, it's, what is that sort of thing. So just going in, add in some wee details, because often it's the end pieces as well that can make you know, a project. Not always, but sometimes it is. So don't really know what that is, but I'm just outlining it. Looks like a maybe a bit of the petal or something. And then this piece here, it's kind of going round wee bits, colouring little bits in, and just adding sort of wee details. It's all that you need to do if you want to, but I think it does add to it, definitely. So I do think that that's kind of added to it. So now what I would do next is I would look for a sentiment to put on the top. And I'm thinking, have we got anything here? No, I think what we'll do is I've got, where did I put them? Put them here. So I've got all these ones that I had out the other day, which I can use now. I don't think, I keep wanting to use that butterfly that Andrea gave me, because I think it's really quite nice, but it's quite big on that card, isn't it? I actually took hers out and put them into my little tray of bits. So I'm just seeing if that's still too, yeah, it's still too big, a bit big. There are other ones, but they're not quite, that's smaller, but it's not quite the colour palette. So I don't really need to add to that at all. Now, I've got a couple of bottle tops in my pocket, because we had a barbecue last night, and I said to the guys that were having the beer, I said, keep these, because I said I can make embellishments, and they were very intrigued to know how I could do that with a cap off a beer bottle. But I did try to explain it, but I don't know how it went. Anyway, right, so I'm just going to pop some, I'm wondering even something like that. It's quite big, but it might look quite nice, but then I don't want to cover what I've put in the background. So let's see, could have On Your Special Day from that one. Oh, I don't know where that, or let's see, could have let's see, I like to kind of put them up just to see what it will look like. Thinking of you every day. Thank you for everything you do. Let's see what this one's. I mean, there's that Life's Better with Friends, which I really like. Every day may not be good, but there is something good in every day. Like me when I'm with you. I like me when I'm with you, it should be. Right, let's do one of these. Hope you're feeling better soon. That might go in the middle there. So, just take that off and find a block. Put it on to, so I think probably there. I'm not going to do it on that. So what I'm going to do is, let me see. I wonder if I could fit it just in that bit where there's a wee space just to fit. Now I'm just going to do it in the blue, this blue, which is called? First Fine Clear Warm Breeze. So let's just do it on there. Or maybe it will do it a bit lighter. It might not come out in the lighter colour. Let's try it again. So let's stamp here and then see if the lighter ones, because I don't want it to be too overpowering, so we'll chop that out and see. So I'll just get a smaller pair of scissors. So chop them both out and then we can see which one might be better suited. There's that one, obviously I'd cut it down a bit more. I've just smudged it, that's not so good. Suppose I could cut it around there. There's that one, and then there's a slightly second generation one, which I'm going to keep square because I want to see what it looks like square. So is it better there, like that, because we've got square, or is it better with the slightly? I think I'm going to go for this one. So I'm going to cut it down a bit more because I want us to see what I've done in the background as well. I don't want it to be too overpowered, and if I do that there, that should keep it. So I am going to put this on foam tape for this bit. So a couple of these pieces in the back will be that card done. Really, might put something else on it, not sure. Probably not though. Come on, off you come. It doesn't want to come off, you know. Right, I'll just put that there. And that's that first card done. So hope you like it. And we've got this other one, which is a bigger, which I'll need a bigger piece of card for. So what I need to do is find a bigger piece of card. I'll just get rid of this mess. And, oh, sorry, I've just hit the camera. That's not good. Right, so I need a slightly bigger piece of card for these pieces. So I have got some card here, which I can just make into a card base. Now, what I'll do is I'll bring you back up again because it's quite near again. It was just to show you the details of this. So what I'll do is I'll make a 4-inch, but I'm going to make sure I score it first. I'm going to score it first. I'm making it a kind of, hopefully that's big enough for these three. It might not be. I have to do it again. Let's see. So I thought I might just have something like that going on, maybe. So that's fine for the width. So I'll cut to 4 again and I'll cut it. Not 4, no, it's not very straight, I've just noticed, which isn't good. Let's try and straighten that up. And straighten that. So she, come on, it's just not straight there, so hold that in place, and then hopefully that will straighten up a bit. No, it didn't. Right, anyway, I'm going to cut it to 7, I think, at the minute. And I could easily, let me just see. You can put that far down. I might have to cut it. I'll cut it at 8 at the minute. And then see what we need to do. So I'm going to have to chop this bit off because it's squint. That was just that wee end piece there. So let's pop that away just now. Now, so a wee bit, I'll get rid of that after. So what I thought here was, probably do it that way, hopefully that, just turn it round then. I would pop these on, as I said here, so possibly one about there, one slightly further sort of down, and then one going further down. It's like kind of like that, I thought. So I will do them on foam tape. So this time what I thought, instead of using the vellum at the back, I would use it to do, so it's a handmade card, so it's a bit squint, unfortunately. So the last thing I want to do is just to do a bit of heat embossing again for the message, and it's just going to go across here. So let's just get our embossing buddy again and put that over there. I'm going to get my, it won't be white, I'm going to go for silver. Where's silver? I did get a new silver. Yes, that's it. So this is a Paper Mania one. So I've not actually opened this. So I need to now try and see if I can get this open. Oh, come on. Where's my... Let's just get these scissors in there. I don't know if that will help. Probably won't. There we go. That should work, hopefully. Maybe not. Still a bit there. It needs to come off. Come on, off you come. Oh dear. Come on. Off we come. Let's see if that will come down now. It's been very temperamental, that's it. So we'll use that super fine. So we'll get our embossing tool, and I'm just going to put congrats across there, I think, this time. So I've got to get a big block, wherever it be. Now, I've still got a horrible mess at the side of me. I haven't put things away. I never used to do this, but I seem to do this now. I don't know why. Right, I'm looking for a biggish block, which I don't see on the desk. So there must be one, because I know I've got some. Oh, where is it? Is that going to fit? Yeah, take these off. I'll sort these back into their respective places. Right, so let's just get that on here and just hopefully that's in the right place. Probably isn't. And then there's another bit to this called Let's Celebrate. So we can then now put that onto a block, which is over here. Oh, there's my long block that I was looking for. Isn't that strange? I'll just use this for... Oh dear, dearie me, honestly. Stick on, stick on. Let's go and squint. Right. So I'm just going to put that there. Like that. And then we're going to heat emboss that. So let's get the wee tray, which has still got some other embossing powder, but that's okay. So let's just get that over that piece there as well. There we go. And just quickly heat emboss this, and then we can add this onto the front. There we go. It's lovely. Always do like heat embossing on vellum. It always looks so nice. And that's very super fine silver, so it's pretty good as well. So there we go. Just gonna rip. I'm gonna rip this bit a wee bit more as well. So I don't want it that big. And I might try and rip this bit at the bottom, because I didn't want that straight edge really, and I should have thought of that before I did the embossing, but managed to go around that bit. Should be okay. There we go. So we can just fit that on and no more. So what I'm going to do is how to get that to stick on without, so let's just rip this piece off as well. That can go there, and then rip this bit too. So we want this to stick on without it being, so what I'm going to do is behind the letters so we can't see the glue is probably the best way to kind of do it. In areas, it doesn't have to be completely down, but behind the lettering so that you don't see the glue, because through the, if you put glue on it, it's going to look not very good. So I'll put a bit here as well, and then that should work hopefully. So I'm just going to kind of go there, I think. Just press it down with these pieces that I've put the glue onto. That's slightly coming off the card, but that doesn't matter. So that's my 2 cards from the other stuff that was left from the backgrounds. Hope you enjoyed watching. Let me know your thoughts. And yes, I'll be back soon with something very different. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye for now.